You guys, I'm HP, this is Dr. Pink. Today's topic is major blues guitar ideas. Before I get started, make sure to subscribe to my channel and also join the HPCrazy Guitar Academy. So, what are we talking about today? This stuff like this. So you probably already heard it. We are following the chords and we are going along, which are basically major chords, and we're going along with the chords. And here going to show the main tricks how you can start following the chords and start to create your own major blues guitar ideas. So let's get started. You guys, so the first thing when you want to start to play those major ideas, you need to know what the blues form is and which chords are played, because these are the chords you want to follow, and you need to be able to hear which chord is played and where you play it. So in this example we have a blues in D. It's a standard form, standard blues form, meaning we have one bar of D. And what we're doing now first is we check out what we play over this whole stuff. So the center of the whole thing to start up is the D major pentatonic, which would be this one here for a blues in D. Okay, so D major pentatonics, that's our central thing. For those who don't know, the major pentatonics is really simple. The D minor pentatonics is this. You just move it down 3 frets and start here instead of here. Okay? D major pentatonics. Now we align the chords around this one position of the major pentatonics. So, since we are in D, we have D major, so I select this chord here. So we align around this one chord, D. And then the first bar is D, next bar is G, and we take this one here. Why? Because this one is exactly inside the pentatonic position. So you need to also figure out where you are. And of course we also have an A, and then you can choose either this one here, down here, taking from the bar here, A major, or you just take this here. I would suggest you take the lower one because that's more convenient from the playing. So this is the first thing you need to know. The second thing you need to know, that's the basis that you can follow the chords, is where is the triad in the chord? What is the triad? Obviously it's not the root, because this is the D. So the second note in the chord, when we take this one here, this one is the triad. And you need to learn that by heart, okay? So D major, the F sharp is the triad. Why is the triad so extremely important? Because in order that it doesn't sound like a pop song, you always approach the triad. This is the triad with a so-called approach note. So half step below. Now you already hear it sounds bluesy. And then you just add the chord. Approach the triad. And then you just add chord notes. So, really simple. G. Here is the triad. See, it already sounds bluesy. And the A. Triad is the C sharp approach note. So when you always include the approach note, then you already sounds quite bluesy. One thing, when you play approach note, you don't need to play approach notes all the time. You can also just play the chord. Like I just did approach note on the G, then that's still okay. You don't need to play it all the time. You know, it's just the main material which you need to know to manage your major blues guitar tricks and tips. So that is really important to know that. And also the approach note should not come on a heavy position on the beat. So you have a 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, you can, but it sounds a little bit not so smooth. An approach note is meant as a transition to the triad. So better when you play an approach note would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. So that on the 1 or the 2 or the 3, you know, on the heavy counts, which will be the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, that you're on the triad and not on the approach note, because that sounds a little bit, well, it works, but it's not so smooth. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3, something like this, you know. Okay, so this is now all the theory. Next step is you need to know where you are. So you need to train your ears to know exactly when which chord is played. You can do this in two ways. You know, you just learn the form of the song or the blues by heart. In this case, a standard blues form: 1 bar of D, 1 bar of G, 2 bars of D, 2 bars of G, 2 bars of D, then 1 bar of A, 1 bar of G, 1 bar of D, 1 bar of A. That works. So the first exercise, before you even start playing around these chords, you just follow the form and just play the chords in the position. Without that it doesn't work. Okay, so let's do that now with this backing track. The other thing is, when you get lost, train your ears that you hear which of the 3 chords is played. And this backing track helps because here you hear the bass. D, G, 1 bar of D, another bar of D, 2 bars of G, another bar of G, 2 bars of D, 1 bar of A, 1 bar of G, 1 bar of D, 1 bar of A. Then it repeats all over. So that's the form. Okay, and now I just played the chords, and now you can start to improvise with the chords, something like you can also add an approach note. And then you're already ready to go. Okay, let's do that now. Make a little example. Then you can add a run with the pentatonics. And then you sound quite different than if you would only play the minor pentatonics. So the key is you know where the chords are, you know where the approach note is, and you know where inside the form you are, and then you just put in little figures. And remember, try to avoid putting the approach note on the strong beats, which will be on the numbers. You know, you can put them on ones, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Like on the numbers, you have one of the chord notes and not the approach note. That's probably a rule which you don't need to follow it all the time, but which helps to avoid kind of some dissonances. And that's basically the main thing. Guys, these were the major blues guitar ideas. I hope it was helpful. I wrote down a few examples and a working sheet for you, some of you guys, if you're interested, as tabs, plus this backing track. The tabs also come along as guitar profile. It's really helpful if you want to learn. It's available in the HPCrazy Guitar Academy. So join there in order to get additional material, which is really useful for this matter. One more to say? Well, that's about it. If you love my channel, please subscribe. Please share to the world that me and Dr. Pink are existing. Would be really helpful for our work which we're doing here, and also for your own benefit. And keep on grooving and play the blues, Mutter.